You know that feeling when 8 hours flies by in what feels like 8 minutes? When you're so absorbed, you forget to eat, forget to check your phone, hell, you even forget time exists? What if I told you most people experience this maybe once a week, but Japanese centenarians, they experience it daily, and it's the real reason they live longer, happier lives while the rest of us burn out before we hit 40. Here's what I bet your day looks like. You sleep 8 hours, pound coffee, maybe pop some vitamins, and you're still dragging your ass by 3 p.m. Sound familiar? Meanwhile, you're doing less physically demanding work than your great-grandparents ever did. They were hauling water, chopping wood, working the land, yet somehow you're the one who's constantly exhausted. Here's the kicker. We're living in the age of infinite distraction. We jump from email to Slack to TikTok to that report that's due, never fully engaging with anything. Always scattered. Always unfulfilled. And the cost? Depression rates through the roof. Anxiety everywhere. That nagging feeling that life is just happening to you instead of with you. But what if I told you the problem isn't what you think? The secret isn't more energy. It's better energy allocation. Through something the Japanese have mastered for centuries, what scientists now call flow states. See, in Okinawa, where they have the highest concentration of centenarians on the planet, people naturally structure their days around deep engagement. They don't know the science behind it, but they've accidentally cracked the code to sustained satisfaction. Here's the thing, you're not lazy, you're not broken. You're just living against your brain's natural design. Your brain is literally wired for flow, but modern life keeps interrupting the signal. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to redesign your day around these flow principles. And trust me, once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it. Think of your brain like Goldilocks. Remember that story? The porridge can't be too hot or too cold. It has to be just right. Same thing with your daily tasks. If something's too easy, your brain checks out. You're bored, scrolling Instagram while working. If it's too hard, you panic. Anxiety kicks in and you procrastinate or freeze up entirely. But when you hit that sweet spot, when the challenge perfectly matches your skill level, that's when magic happens. Let me give you a real example. Sarah, a graphic designer, was burnt out from overwhelming client projects. Too much, too fast. But when she broke those projects into smaller, manageable chunks that still required her full attention, suddenly she was energized by her work instead of drained by it. Here's the mind-blowing part. Flow activities don't exhaust you. They recharge you. Ever notice how you can play video games for hours and feel alert, but 20 minutes of boring paperwork leaves you wanting a nap? That's not laziness. That's your brain showing you what it's designed for. Forget everything you've heard about multitasking. It's killing your soul. Every time you switch between tasks, your brain has to reset. It's like rebooting your computer 50 times a day. No wonder you're exhausted. The solution? Microflow sessions, 25-minute blocks of single-focused attention. Picture this, your old morning routine. Check email while making coffee, scroll news while eating breakfast, text while getting dressed. Your attention is scattered before you even leave the house. Now imagine this, 25 minutes of complete focus on one thing. Making your coffee becomes a ritual. You're present, engaged. Your brain gets to experience what it feels like to dive deep instead of constantly skimming the surface. The difference in energy, night and day. But here's where it gets really interesting. You're thinking, okay, but what about washing dishes, filing taxes, data entry, the stuff that just sucks? This is where the Japanese concept of Shokunin comes in, the craftsman's mindset. The Shokunin approaches even the most mundane task as an opportunity for mastery. Washing dishes isn't a chore, it's meditation on precision and care. Data entry isn't boring, it's a game of accuracy and speed. Try this. Next time you're doing something routine, add one creative constraint. Cook with only 5 ingredients. Write that email using varied sentence structures. Find 3 different ways to organize that spreadsheet. Suddenly, your brain has a puzzle to solve. Engagement kicks in, And here's the compound effect. When you transform your relationship with boring tasks, you transform your entire day. Because let's be honest, most of life is made up of these supposedly boring moments. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like just another productivity hack. But here's the key difference. Flow isn't about doing more, it's about being fully present with what you're already doing. I get the skepticism. It seems almost too simple, but there's decades of neuroscience backing this up. When you're in flow, your brain releases a cocktail of feel-good chemicals: dopamine, norepinephrine, endorphins. It's literally nature's antidepressant. But I don't have time for this. Listen, you don't need extra hours in your day. You need to use your existing hours differently. Those same 8 hours at work, when you structure them around flow principles, they become energizing instead of draining. You're already spending the time. The question is, are you fully experiencing it? All right, let's make this real. Here's your 1 week challenge. I call it the time loss audit. For the next 7 days, keep a simple log. Every time you completely lose track of time, and I mean completely, where you look up and think, wait, where did the last hour go? Write it down. What were you doing? Cooking? Writing? Problem solving? Organizing something? Building something with your hands? These moments are gold. They're showing you your natural flow triggers. But here's your immediate action step. Tomorrow morning, pick one activity you normally rush through. Could be making coffee, could be your commute, could be that first email check. Do it with complete focus for 25 minutes. No phone, no multitasking, just you and that one thing. Let me paint the picture. Instead of mindlessly brewing coffee while checking emails, you turn it into a ritual. You notice the smell of the beans, the sound of the water, the steam rising. You're completely present. What to expect? Don't expect fireworks on day one. This is like training a muscle that's been neglected for years. But after a week, you'll start noticing a shift. More energy, less scattered feeling, and moments of genuine satisfaction in your ordinary day. The Japanese concept of Ikigai isn't just about finding your life's purpose. It's about bringing purpose to every moment of your life. When you align your daily activities with your brain's natural capacity for flow, you don't just feel better, you literally live better. Those Japanese centenarians aren't living longer because of some magic pill. They're living longer because they're actually experiencing their days instead of just surviving them. So here's what I want you to think about. What if the life you're waiting to start already exists in the moments you're not fully experiencing? What if everything you need for deep satisfaction is already in your day? You just need to show up differently. Try that time loss audit this week. And here's what I really want to know. Drop a comment and tell me what surprised you most about when you naturally enter flow. Was it while cooking? Coding? Having deep conversations? The insights from Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life by Hector Garcia and Francesc Morales completely changed how I think about daily satisfaction, and I have a feeling they'll do the same for you. Hit that subscribe button if this shifted something for you, and I'll see you in the comments with your flow discoveries. Because the best life isn't waiting somewhere in the future, it's hiding in plain sight in the moments you're fully alive.